Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Betsy McDaniel in for Sandy Benson today, and I am joined by Tom Kinder and Daniel Court, and we are talking about the Heritage Wrap-Up Show, and that's kind of your gig for the Heritage, so I'm excited to learn about that. But first, tell us a little bit about your backgrounds.
Well, I tell you what, I got associated with the wrap-up show because I was Monty Jet's next-door neighbor, and he and I lived next door to each other for a number of different years. He found out about my association with the National Football League team. I was the voice, or I still am the voice of the Cincinnati Bengals. And he asked me, he said, you know anything about golf? I was a single-digit handicap. He said, would you like to try radio? And I've been doing this now for 11 years.
Excellent. And how did you get involved with it, Daniel?
Well, I moved here in '96. I was working with Club Corps of America, so I was in the golf industry. I played collegiately at Furman.
Okay.
So I've always had an interest and love for golf, and helped pilot start a golf show here at this station, actually.
Okay.
In the mid-2000s, and from that was interviewing Roger Clark one day, who was doing Heritage broadcast at the time. He said, have you ever considered doing golf radio? So now I've got an application for all this superfluous, useless golf information that I've acquired and accumulated over the years.
Well,
so
golf fans would not say that it was superfluous and useless.
Well, probably not.
Yeah.
But it's fun to get to share it.
Yeah. And what are the roles that you guys each play on the wrap-up show?
I do a lot of advance work, both on the internet as well as going around town gathering interviews from people like Steve Wilmot, Jonathan Wright, the superintendent at Harbortown, talk to John Farrell. But because I've been doing this for 11 years, I get a lot of interviews with the golfers too. I know Luke Donald and Kevin Streelman, Charlie Hoffman and the like. So I see them and they see me, and we get the interviews and we get those things edited so that we can use those throughout the week of the tournament. And then also during the tournament itself, I gather a lot of data, a lot of information pertaining to the statistics of what is actually happening on the course, so that our fans, you have to remember, they can either usually watch one golfer at a time or one hole at a time. So there's a lot of action that they don't get a chance to see. And it's my job to kind of make sure that we've got data that pertains to the entire tournament across a whole array of golfers.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm more the real-time play-by-play guy. I'll walk anywhere from Thursday to Sunday, 3 to 7, 8 miles a day, depending on what's going on the golf course. And I usually am following the leaders, especially on Saturday and Sunday. I'll be with the last couple groups and run around giving live reporting through the day, and then bring that into the wrap-up show at 6. And Tom's usually got some information prepped for me, because he's doing all that as the day goes on. So, but I get the fun, rub shoulders with the best players in the world inside the ropes. That's always fun.
I get to do mine edited. A lot of my work is edited, but a lot of Daniel's work is live. So he's
the improv guy, you're the beforehand guy. All right. So now let's get into the wrap-up show a little bit, because it goes every day. You said Thursday through Sunday from 6 to 7. So, and that's for people that either were not lucky enough to be there or were there and want to recap. But tell us about that show.
Well, it's been going on the island. For years we were on a radio station called The Island, and now we're going to be on 107.9 Rewind, and which is Monty Jet's show. He starts off in the morning. We're in the afternoon from 6 till 7 o'clock, wrapping up the day's actions. But we will have a number of golfers that will stop by, and we'll have interviews, and it's really wrapping up that day's activities on the golf course. And what would you add to that? I mean, it's...
Well, yeah, just it's a local way to get a real-time update on what's really going on out there. And like Tom said, we've been fortunate enough the last 3 or 4 years to have the champion actually come in and sit down with us and give us a quick 2-3 minute interview. So
nice. That's really cool.
It's exciting.
Yeah. So, and it's cheers to 50 years this year. So obviously we're celebrating the anniversary. Are you guys doing anything special with your show, or is there something different about this year because of that?
Well, I think it's different because we're going to have a number of different interviews from people that have been coming to this tournament for a long, long time. And there are lots and lots of memories. Harbortown, I think, is famous for its number of fantastic finishes. Sudden deaths and the tournament being won on that last shot. Well, people ask, what's your most memorable fantastic finish? And people have come up with several. And we'll try and bring that kind of spontaneity to the broadcast.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I've been lucky enough to be present for a couple of those.
Yeah.
Most notably Matt Kuchar in
Right.
2014.
Absolutely. Chipped in.
You get all the loud Cooch roars.
Yeah.
And, we still play those back, so we'll be playing a lot of those past audios on the show this year to remind people how exciting this thing is.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys for being with us, and make sure you are tuning into 107.9 The Rewind from 6 to 7, Thursday through Sunday of this year's Heritage. We'll be right back on Talk of the Town.